home.
Hi, honey.
Hi. We got the shift tonight?
Can you believe a month has gone by? I don't know where the time goes.
Oh, we got the shift tonight.
Once a month won't kill us. And besides, I like knowing that there's always at least one door on the block open with grown-ups at home and lights on. With things the way they are today, with people not safe in their own homes, let alone the streets, I think it's a very small price to pay.
I ain't complaining. It's just I got a council meeting here tonight.
You meet in here, I'll sit in the kitchen. Jerry won't be home for supper anyway. How many of the guys are coming?
5 or 6.
What?
It's like pulling teeth getting those guys to show up. Tell them it's their neighborhood as well as mine.
Of course.
Everybody's job to keep it up, right? You know what Al says?
What?
He says, my team's in contention for the whole ball of wax. 20-pound turkeys for all the guys. So he's gonna bowl tonight. You know what Tom said? What? He's gonna come home, have dinner, and watch the tube. He don't want to be on the council no more, period.
I think it's a sin.
Yeah. So what's for dinner?
Short ribs?
Ooh.
Huh? Yeah?
Oh, that smells great.
They were on special. And I tell you, there's never a special on steak. And look at the prices on steak. I don't know whether to laugh or to cry. You can just forget about steak, Matt Slovak.
Complaining?
We're just lucky that you're working.
I hate complaining. Oh, you want a beer first?
No, no. Ready to eat now. It's one thing that I can't stand. It's people coming in when you're eating. There. Is that enough?
Yeah. What's for Jerry?
No, he just stayed at school, that's all.
He called you?
Yeah, about 4 o'clock, I guess. He said he was just going to eat supper at school, that's all.
How come?
He wanted me to tell you first. He did what he said he was going to do. He quit officer training. What? What do you want?
It's okay, it's okay. 3 years of ROTC right down the drain.
Yeah, I know. I know.
I want these kids work for anything. Could have been an officer, captain, a major. Don't you want to be better than me?
Matt, don't talk about yourself like that.
Oh, what's it all about, honey? Honey, what's it all about? I was a dog face when I was in Korea, a machine gunner, a corporal. He has a chance to move up. College, a commission, the works.
I don't understand it. I mean, it's like what you said. These kids, they never had to work for anything. Oh.
Okay. Oh, do me a favor, will you? Don't mention anything to the guys about Jerry quitting, okay?
Yeah.
Hello? Oh, hello, Father McCarthy. Oh, yeah, we're all great. Yeah. How's yourself? What'd you have to put us on the spot for? Yeah, just a minute. Yeah. Yeah, I got it. Okay, thanks. Thanks for nothing.
Who was that?
Father McCarthy.
You shouldn't talk like that to Father McCarthy.
Sending a colored guy over to the council meeting tonight.
A colored guy? Here? What for?
What for? We kept the neighborhood up. We kept it up. So naturally, they want in.
Insight, stories of spiritual conflict in the 20th century.
Change is always difficult for human beings. It's not that we can't pull it off. It's just that it's so painful when we do. Our generation has a special problem in this regard. We've been asked to change more things more quickly than any other generation in history. Most of us find this very unsettling. Change threatens our security. It makes us afraid. And so we're tempted to cling to the past, close out the future, and pull back from our brother human beings. If we yield to this temptation, we die inside. But how can we resist it? There has to be something we can depend on. Where do we find real security? Isn't there something we can root our lives in that will not change?
Yeah, I had it last week, me and Janie.
Here we come, ready or not, huh?
How are you, Matt?
Hey, what's your better half? Hello, gorgeous.
Hey,
Hey, Slovak, how did you ever get such a gorgeous girl?
You should get one of your own. I'm serious,
Are
Joe.
you kidding? I got so many I can't even keep count. It's that fatal Italian charm of mine.
The last of the big-time spenders.
Hey, Slovak, come on, you don't go hunting anymore. Why don't you sell me that shotgun, huh?
No, no sale.
Sorry if I'm late.
Oh, hi, Ernie. How's Doris?
I just came from the hospital.
Yeah, is she feeling better?
Well, you know Doris, she's strong as a horse. Just hates being flat of her back. She's got those doctors and nurses jumping through hoops just like me and the kids. They're taking more tests. She's fine. She's gonna be fine.
Did you and the kids have supper?
Yeah, I stopped by and got some fried chicken.
Oh.
Well, the kids love it.
Oh, but it's so expensive. I'll tell you, tomorrow I'll cook you meatloaf.
Oh, thanks, man.
There you go, Ernie.
Oh, I mean it, Matt. I mean, how did you ever get so lucky, huh? She's gorgeous. She cooks.
All right. Come on, let's get this meeting underway. I don't think anybody else is showing up.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. You guys want a beer?
Sure they
Yeah.
do.
What do you say,
Beer.
hon?
Oh, listen. The leg on the bridge table's still broke.
All right, we'll use the pool table. Give me a hand here, will you, Ernie?
Get around over here.
Two fat misses.
Oh, yeah? Right in here. Stick a target in front of me, wise guy. Okay. Or better yet, stick an apple on your head. Hey, thanks, Marie. Hey, give me that one, will you? The meeting over with. I got a lot of things.
Okay. The Ash Grove Neighborhood Council meeting is now in session. 200 families in this neighborhood, and we can't get 10 guys to sit on the council. All right, what's the difference? All right. Item number 1. Usual complaints about trash cans.
Callahan, I bet.
Yeah.
And when you know he's the fastest guy on the block with the Pollock jokes.
Look, before we go any further, Father McCarthy just called. He's sending a colored guy over to the meeting tonight.
What?
Colored guy.
What for?
This colored guy wants to buy the old Kelly house on Spruce Street.
You putting us on?
No.
Oh, well, that is great. That is just great.
Father McCarthy. He ain't got no time for us. He's so busy bleeding for black people and hippies.
Peace marchers.
Yeah. But who built St. Gertrude's?
We did. Ever since we was young enough to throw nickels and dimes in the collection box.
Yeah, but does he realize that?
Well, anyway, you guys know as much about it as I do. He's coming here tonight, this guy. He wants to buy a house on Spruce Street. All right, let's get back to the meeting. Well, I suppose we could send another note to Callahan, except this time we all sign it.
Probably got about 50,000 relatives down in Tennessee.
Yeah, just waiting to move up here.
Maybe we could phone Callahan.
Callahan works nights.
Just drooling over a corn boil.
What's a corn boil?
Oh, they take a ton of corn and they stick it in wash tubs. Then they boil it out in the backyard. Hey, you play your cards right, you gonna be ass Cobra.
All right, let's get up.
They never fix anything up, paint it, just let it run down.
Yeah, talking about being equal. I'll tell you about that. They want to be equal. Let them work next to me for 8 hours and put out like I do. Then they can be just as equal as they want to be.
You know something? It's probably against the Fifth Amendment. You guys ever think of that?
Hey, guardhouse lawyer, how about us? I mean, aren't there any amendments to protect us?
They move in anywhere and the judges just say, fine.
Yeah.
Well, that's the American way.
That's the American way. What does a Northern Italian know about the American way?
I know more than you Sicilians, that's for sure. Besides, I took civics in school.
From old Miss Foley.
Did you have Miss Foley?
Good old Roosevelt High. Hey, Matt, remember the game with St. Ambrose?
Do I remember?
Joe, did I ever tell you about that game?
No, but I have a feeling you're gonna.
All right, we're trailing by 3 points, about a minute to play. We're on our own 5-yard line. It's 4th down about 13, wasn't it?
Yeah, 4th and 13.
So the coach sends him into punt.
Who, Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you
Steve
think the
Daniel.
Bullock did what he was told? Well, you better not believe it. He threw a pass to, what's the crowdhead's name?
Kramer, Augie
right.
Kramer.
Augie Kramer.
Yeah, he went into real estate, moved out to the suburbs.
Yeah, well, he's lucky. You know, I just don't understand priests these days. I mean, they say the Mass in English. They say it any place they want to say it, in the woods, on the beaches, with hippies with long hair and guitars and banjos.
Hello. Oh, hold on, please. Ernie, it's for you, the hospital.
Yeah, what is it, kid? Well, yeah, I know it can be a drag, but if she don't stop jabbering, just turn your back on her. I mean, what else can you do? Got an old lady in the room, won't shut up.
Oh, Tony, can I get you something?
I just want to get a glass of water. I'll help myself.
No, I'll get you cold.
Oh, thanks. Where's Jerry?
Oh, he stayed at school.
Oh, is anything wrong?
No, nothing's wrong.
You know, Marie, my boy told me that Jerry quit ROTC. Is it true?
Yeah, it is.
Why did he go and do that for?
Well, I don't know. I don't understand it. It's not that he won't go into the Army. I mean, he'll do that. He just doesn't want to be an officer.
That's a weird one, huh?
Yeah. Matt's really upset.
Well, look, Jerry's a good kid. I mean, it's not like he's gonna cut out for Canada, anything like that.
Oh, no.
Ah, boy, it makes you wonder what the world's coming to, you know?
That's what Matt said.
Now this color guy wants to move in the neighborhood. I mean, every dime you save, you put into your house, and now all that can go right down the drain.
Yeah. It makes you wonder what the world is coming to.
Okay, take it easy, hon. That's a woman for you. I remember the football games. She remembers the proms.
I remember those rented tuxedos we used to get from Lieberman's.
Lieberman's. Haven't thought about him in years.
It's funny, isn't it? There was kind of a shine to everything back then in high school.
It's a shame the kids today can't have fun the way we did, you know?
Yeah.
We thought it was just the beginning, but in a way it was the end, wasn't it?
Oh, you guys are tearing my heart out. Let's get back to work, will you? You married guys, you got nothing to do. I got plans.
Okay, Romeo. Okay, item number 3. Now, Ernie, don't interrupt me till I'm finished. Now, we talked to the other council members, Tony and Joe and me, and we decided we're going to raise some money for you to help you ease off your medical costs.
No.
Oh, come on, you meathead. We'll have some poker party, some fish fries.
Corn boils? Look, any way you slice it is still a handout, so no deal.
Ernie,
No.
look, there's nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, Janie and me, we're having a tough time making ends meet. Now, we haven't even had any sickness this year, thank God. I mean,
And
with
you
the way
blame us for
prices
it, too.
are going up in food, rent, clothing, everything.
According to the newspapers, it's the unions that are bankrupting this country, you know that?
Yeah, jokes about plumbers not making house calls.
Yeah. Well, you gotta be hurting, Ernie. How about it?
Look, I appreciate it, but it's still a handout. I can get a loan on the car, all right? Huh?
Okay, Ernie. Oh, this guy's name is Bowman. Joshua Bowman.
Josh, you know a lot of them know the Bible by heart? Well, not the young ones, the old ones.
I beg your pardon, but is this the Ash Grove Neighborhood Council?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I would have knocked, but your door was open. Well, didn't Father McCarthy call you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, come on in. No, leave it open. Father McCarthy says you want to buy a house over on Spruce Street.
Yes, I'm thinking about it very seriously.
Well, we don't own it.
We're not in the real estate business either.
That's the old Kelly house, right?
Yeah, I hardly knew those people just to say hello to. I think he worked for the gas company.
Yeah, the poor guy just gets his pension. He's got about 6 months to enjoy it, and bing, he goes like that. His daughter moved out west about 3-4 years ago.
I think the bank is handling the estate.
That's right, the Merchants and Siemens.
Well, it's a good house. It's old, but it's solid. I was in there about a month ago. It's got a nice dry basement.
What, are you and Doris thinking of moving or something?
We were before she got sick. Needs some rewiring, a new kitchen. We couldn't swing it. What are they asking for it?
26 even. They want 5 down, and they'll finance the rest at 7.5%.
You got that kind of money?
Yeah, it'll be a tight squeeze, but I think we can make it.
Post office.
Beg your pardon?
I said post office. I imagine that's where you work.
No, I work down at Matheson Motors. That's at 64th and Everglade.
I know where it is.
You a mechanic?
No, I'm a time and cost estimator. I tell the customer how long and, of course, how much.
Foreman? Hey, look, if you're a foreman, just come out and say so, huh?
I'm a long way from that. I'm really an assistant to the service manager.
I bet you went up that ladder pretty fast.
Yeah, 18 years. And I started out pumping gas, too.
Oh, well, it just seems the more burning and looting goes on, the faster you guys move up, that's all.
Yeah, I suppose that's one way you can look at it.
Yeah, is there any other way?
Anybody want some more beer?
Oh, Marie, this is Joshua Bowman. Wants by the old Kelly house, you know, on Spruce.
How do you do?
Pleasure to meet you.
Oh, here.
Oh, thanks, Marie.
More beer.
Thank you.
Are you a family man?
Yes.
Oh, Spruce Street. That's in the Warfield school district, isn't it?
That's right.
Well, our boy went there.
Oh, I have a boy. He's in service, stationed at Fort Dix. And I also have 2 girls, one 13 and 11. And I also have another little small boy. And, of course, I have a wife.
There are a lot of you moving in then.
Yes, a whole family.
A family, yeah. Well, if anybody wants anything else, it was very nice to meet you.
Pleasure meeting you.
You a Catholic?
No.
Well, how come you talked to Father McCarthy?
He's a car buff. And he came in the shop one day, and we started to rapping, and he seemed kind of like with it. So I needed some advice, and I just went to him.
What branch of the service your kid in?
He's in the NI aircraft battalion.
He got drafted?
Nah, the kid beat him to the punch. Sort of went in before his number came up, you know.
What did Father McCarthy tell you?
He said that you guys were like the establishment, that your neighborhood council, you ran things, you got things done.
Well, I don't know what you want from us. The bank wants to sell, you got the money, so you got a house.
Sure, the banks wants to sell. Why shouldn't they? All their executives live out in the suburbs somewhere.
Yeah, they're lucky.
What do they care what we think?
You pay your money and you move in, that's not quite that simple.
So?
So I'm tired of trouble. I'm tired of the sit-ins. I'm tired of the demonstrations. I'm worn out. So if moving into this neighborhood means more trouble for me and my family, then I'm not buying the house.
What do you want, a written guarantee?
Yeah, some kind of special treatment?
I want no guarantees. I want no promises. The only thing I want to know from you guys is your best guess about buying the house. That's all.
Okay, I'll tell you. Right now, our neighborhood is nice. It's quiet. It's peaceful. You move in, that could all change.
Yeah, you could get a rock thrown through your window.
So could we. Don't forget why we got that door open.
Yeah, I was wondering about why you had to do it.
Well, we got rumbles here in the neighborhood. Hippies on motorcycles scaring women and kids. A couple of months ago, a teenage girl was attacked over on Temple Street. So that's part of our consul work here. We got an open door policy. We all pull shifts. Every night on every block in this neighborhood, there is a light on and a door open.
Well, if I move in, you can count on me for that. The door'd be open when you wanted it, and I'd leave the light on, of course.
Why do you want to move in here?
Well, like I said, if it means more hassling for me and my family, then I'm not going to. But I'll tell you why I want to. First of all, it's close to where I work. And then I cut this thing off the paper the other day, and it says the chances of being physically attacked and hurt in the average white neighborhood is 1 in 10,000. In the ghetto, it's 1 in 77. So you see, you guys are not the only one that's afraid.
Yeah, I'll see you later, man. Hey, Josh.
Hey, Jerry, how you doing?
Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
I'd like to talk to you alone, if you don't mind. And the kitchen. Excuse this guy.
How you doing, guys? I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
Pop, what's with Josh?
What do you know him?
I met him at the garage. You remember last summer when I needed a new transmission for my car? Those bandits around here were ready to carve me up for Thanksgiving dinner. So I took it over to Josh's place, and he must have saved me about 25 bucks. What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on? Supposing you tell me. 3 years of ROTC down the drain. 3 years of your life wasted.
That's right, you said it. 3 years, wasted.
Jerry, you could have got a commission.
Oh, I don't want a commission.
Jerry, when I was in the service, I was just a dog face. You know, I was another soldier. But I was a good soldier. I mean, I did what they told me to do. And the sergeant depended on me. I don't know whether I ever told you this or not, but one night the sergeant said to me, Slovak, you know how to take orders. Made me feel good when he said that to me. You know, I hadn't made a big deal out of it, but it made me feel proud. I mean, I knew I didn't have the brains to be an officer.
Oh.
No. I know. I don't have the education for it. I mean, this is not my office. This is what I work with, Jerry. But the officers, they had it made, Jerry. Officers' clubs, officers' mess, special flights, contacts that they could use later on. That's where I think you're blowing it, Jerry. Chance to go through life with your hands clean.
Well, I'm sorry, Pop, but the rule book says just one life per person. And I want to make sure mine fits me.
Yeah. Why can't you ever try to figure out my point of view? Or listen, don't you understand? That's not all I'm saying about having clean hands and a white collar and making something out of yourself. What I mean is more than that. It's America I'm talking about, Jerry.
America?
Yeah, America. This country wasn't built by a lot of guys laying around on their tails. No, they built it with all the sweat and the muscle they had. You see, it's not enough for you to just put your time in the Army and very nicely, politely walk away from it. No, you gotta make good while you're there. You gotta be a leader, you gotta make your mark. You gotta be good and better, as I know you can be, Jerry. If everybody's just gonna do their duty, I mean, they're gonna pick us off like rotten fruit. There won't even be a fight.
Papa, you break your leg, I'll visit you in the hospital every day. You lose your job, I'll work around the clock to put food on the table. I'll do anything I can for you and Mama, and you know that. But the one thing that I can't do is live my life for you. I can only do that for myself. What's with Josh?
Wants to buy a home around here.
And what's going on out there? A kangaroo court?
He wants to know what we think about it.
I'm surprised at him. I thought he had more guts.
Hey, wait a minute. He's got guts. And he's got a lot of common sense, too, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you something else. He's got a boy in the service.
Yeah, don't worry, Papa. I am gonna serve my time. You can hold your head up at the bowling alley.
Yeah.
Now, look, I just want to get it over with. I don't want to lead cavalry charges.
What do you want, Jerry? Do you know?
Yeah, I want to get my degree, and then I want to get a pad, maybe down at the beach, and I want to just
Wait a minute. You mean split from the neighborhood just like that?
Oh, Pop, there are other places.
Other places. Oh, I tell you, I just don't understand. My neighborhood. My whole life, practically. And all you want to do is get out of it. All he wants to do is to get into it. But at least he cares what we think. Hey, did you have a good hot supper over there at school?
Yes, Papa. Thanks.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm single. I can afford it. But I don't like to crowd in any place I'm not wanted. Makes me feel, I don't know, out of place. All them doctors and lawyers playing golf a couple of times a week, swimming pools in the backyard. I said, that's fine. They deserve it. I mean, they got the brains. They went to school. They're no better than me. But they get the breaks, the education. So I take a few beers, the guys I bowl with, a few pro football games, and I say that's fine. Maybe if I was married and had kids, I'd want something better for them.
Why don't you get married and find out?
Hey, look, I'll tell you the trouble with this country. It's all the megheads on television blaming us hard hats for all the problems. But when they want something done, something built, they come to us. Freeway, a bridge, a building, then they come to us.
What are you, Daniel Boone or something? Sticking away. Take a seat.
So what do we do, Matt? I mean, what do we do? Take a vote?
Yeah, suppose we could.
Yeah, sure, why not? After all, that is the American way. Josh, take care.
Jerry, you take care of yourself.
I'll be home early.
Okay, vote. That seems fair enough. So what's it going to be, gentlemen, in or out?
I don't know what to say to you, but I'll tell you this. That Kelly house was offered to Doris and me for $21,500, not $26,000. So if whatever happens, I guess you got a right to make them lower the price.
This council work is thirstier than bowling.
Insight is a production of the Paulist Fathers, a group of Catholic priests who served